guessing I am online. Let's make sure this is working. Okay, that works. See if we get more viewers than last time. Let's make sure this is running too. Perfect. All right. Are we in? We're in. Here's the chat. You guys hear me? Yes, no, maybe so? 1. Pretty sure you guys can hear me. Probably sounds good. Yeah? You guys can see the screen? I need to tweet this. Give me a sec. Sweet. Perfect. Okay. All right, I'm going to look over yesterday's notable flows, see if whales are holding, whales sold, whales added, so on and so forth. So yesterday's notable flow, the first one was M, 13 calls for 11.21. Okay. Whales does not want to work with me right now. And let's see how they did so far. So yesterday bought it at 0.59, currently at 0.67. 498 volume added today. 5,400 out of the 5,500 carried over from yesterday. So these guys are profitable so far. So the first notable flow is profitable. The next one was K-Web. 36 call, 11.21 expiration. These guys bought it at 2.47. It's at 2.45, so really no movement. And 614 out of the 1,000 carried over this morning and only like 2 volume today, so nothing much on this one. XLF 55 calls for 8.15. Oops. Bought it at 0.2, like 3 cents down at 0.17. It seems like they're holding some ads here and there. 14,000 out of the 25,000 carried over. Looks like they added some more, sold some a little bit, like very light volume today. 6,000. Now we'll see how much this carries over. So really not much movement in that one. QQQ 565 call for 731. So again, just a reminder, I'm literally just looking at notable flow from yesterday, just seeing how each of them are doing so far. And then we'll go to the new flow. Okay, so they bought it yesterday at 2.88, hit a high of 3.69. Really no signs of selling. 9,400 out of the 9,900 carried over today, and then 651 volume today, but some sell, like barely any sells. Yeah, yeah, I can do that. I can put like a check mark or something. I would like people to watch the video so they can see like the results, but I'll type it out too. So this whale is profitable, but still hasn't, no signs of selling yet. So 2.88 to 3.69. So that guy's good. Next, HTZ. 11 calls for 815. So whales started about, that's like 48,000. Okay, so like 48,000 at like 0.24, average fill 0.29, 38,000. They kept adding. Basically break even still, down like $5 a contract. But no signs of selling. 7,000 out of the 9,000 carried over from yesterday. And then just some tiny sells, some buys. But not much volume. Without 1,500, we'll see how much that carries over into tomorrow. Rocket Lab, 31.5 puts. Like this came like almost end of day yesterday. 718, 31.5 puts. So yeah, these guys bought it at 1.46. It hit a high of 2.12. So right now it's around 1.177. No real signs of sells. 5,300 out of the 5,600 held. 300 volume today. Looks like some added, but very, very small. So overall, looks like the whale's still in. Or this whale, 4,500 still in. BAC put seller, 44.5 put sell. Nothing has changed. So they started selling at 0.53 premium. Right now it's at 0.46, so they're barely profitable. 7,200 out of the 7,300 held. Really no volume today. So they're technically profitable so far. Run, 6.5 put, 718. Uh, 0.78, they started to buy. They added more today. Another 388,000 worth. Basically break even. Really, nothing has. Nothing. It hasn't done anything. It's at 0.78. Hit a high of 0.81. It's at 0.76. 20,000 out of the 21,000 carried over today, and then an extra 1,000 volume. It looks like that 1,000 volume is all at the ask. So they bought more. And then Robin, RBN, 40 put STO, 718. So they sold these premiums at 4.3. It hit a low this morning because Hood was ripping this morning at 3.11. So they're nice and profitable, 4.3 to 3.11, but no signs of selling. And now they're back to like 4.2. Or yeah, we're closed at 4.2. Yeah, so it's 1,900 out of the 2,140 carried over, and only 100 volume today. So really not much. Okay, so that's notable flow from yesterday. So that was one. I just lost track of which ones were profitable. Okay, Macy's was profitable so far. K-Web flat. XLF basically flat. It's like down like $2. QQQ profitable. Whale didn't sell. HTZ flat. Rocket Lab was profitable. Oh wait, I skipped Mara. Mara 13.5. 13.5 put 718. Mara is down a bit. They bought at 0.43. It's at 0.37 so far. 19,600 out of 19,900 carried over. Only 156 volume today. What comes to mind when you see a large flow and displays none? I ignore it. I just completely ignore it. When it says none trade, I just stay away from it. But yeah, so Mara is down a bit. But other than that, looks like it went pretty well on these. Okay, so now I'm going to look through new notable flow. And then I will answer questions. So let me look through some flow. One that already pops up right now is iron. The fill is not exactly at that, but it's closer to that. It's 0.53, the spot price. 0.33, 0.56, 530K. This is 68% out the money. 11,500 volume. This is nice. This is nice and clean. All at the ask. So this one's good. $606K total, 0.53 average. Okay, let's look through some stuff. There was another order of XLF. Yeah, XLF, 52 calls for 725 expiration. These are nice and clean. 633,000. 8,000 volume, 100 open interest, 1% out the money. These are clean. So that's 2 days in a row. XLF has been hit for nice size as well. I think there was an inside day today. There were some 540 puts in the monies. So these whales started to buy $1.9 million worth of the 540 puts, as you can see here. So they bought it at 8.43. They started to sell some for a tiny loss here, a tiny loss here, and a tiny loss here. So they basically lost on this trade. So we're not going to note that. This one's not as clean, but there was one order. No, let's ignore this one. I don't care about that. Okay, what else? What else do we got here? Bro, it's just all NVIDIA, all Tesla, all, bro, come on. And a nice little AMD put seller here for 1.22 million, 140 put. This is pretty nice, but it's not that. Tiger had a pretty crazy move today. So we have Iron, XLF. CG premiums do move well. I like these. 7% out the money. 52.5 calls for 919 expiration, 323,000 premium. Let's see. Yeah, I played CG a while ago. We had a really nice trade on this. Now it's had a pretty big spot here. Yeah, if we're gonna hold this 48.97 level, this has got some nice room to fill to the upside. So this is actually really clean. I like these CG ones. Yeah, SoFi again today. I got those like weird flow. SoFi's got some strength. 16 puts, 789,000. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't really like SoFi. Had some Lulu leaps for 2027. Over 2.7 mil, 116% out the money. That's 2027. Nvidia just in the money. Puts 155 strike for 711, 4.7 million premium. These don't really excite me. It's just an in the money or out the money put. In the money put, sorry. It's not that like notable to me. I would rather see like 6.6 million in a Nvidia 140 put for 711. I didn't even see this. Not that clean. How's the flow was actually kind of slow today. Yeah, iron multiple hits. Yeah, these were nice. These hymns 40 puts for 8-1, hit for 1.7 million. 3.3 average fill. They went all the way up to 4.3, so 100 a con. This was a nice flow trade. Oh yeah, Chime and no, I definitely saw more than this. Yeah, Chime was getting hit with like 40 calls for 223,000, 45 calls for 94,000. I think some 50 calls as well. Yeah, like not the cleanest fills, but 319,000, 58% out the money. So a lot of bullish flow on Chime. And then there was another one, MNTN, a 25 call for 1.9 mil. Or 1.5 mil total. There's some little bids and asks there. I like this one. And the chart looks really good on this one as well. What was that order? 1.48 mil. 5.14 average. And the chart looks ready to go. Just I don't know how much this market needs to act up. Need some more volume in this market. Market has showing like no volume. Look at this. SPY, not like that much volume. It's going lower. Like the fourth straight day. GQQ a little better, but still down. This is the beginning of summer volume. What else I see today? We had some Uber bears today, but this is a very good example of when the whale exits. So they bought these puts at 11.55 for 1 million for 2.34. Didn't sell. And they got out at 2.42. Okay, so they made what? $8 a contract. And they got out. Well, this is a cool example of like to show like this is what it looks like when a whale like gets out. In and out. What else do I have? There was a weird like MSTR. I mean, these are just like, what's it called? Just premium pissers. Okay, great. Honestly, whales is probably like, you don't even want to look at MSTR flow. There's no point. These 195 puts, like someone like 330,000 worth of the 195 puts 50% out the money. But these I feel like will just evaporate in premium. I don't know who buys these things, but who knows? I'll just put it just in case. These are, I mean, these could honestly be sold too. Tiger 10 calls. These ran up already from AMV. What's AMV? McDonald's got some flow, $269 worth. 3% out the money. This is so boring, bro. Give me something good. Nike got something, I think. Yeah, Cisco got something too. Or Nike didn't. What? Could have sworn I put Nike flow. 58 calls. Oh, that's why. Yeah, Cisco was nice. 69 calls today. 136,000 for 7/18 expiration. They haven't really done much. This is 39% multi-leg, so there's another leg to that trade. What else did I? Yeah, Chime 50 calls. They got like 7/18. Some sold at the end, 31,000, 166,000, 49,000. So it's like 209,000. So it's like 212,000 worth. So Chime 50 calls. We'll just add this one. 210K for like what? 0.55 average. Damn, bro. Floats is kind of dog shit. We had some like weird out the money Tesla calls. If you guys want to see those ones. Okay. All right. Well, I gotta like manually type this in. It was the Tesla 750 calls for 2026. Literally max strike for over like $9.8 million worth. 22 average account. We'll just note these. WWW had some flow today. Today's the 25th, yeah? Yeah. 252,000. 12% out the money. 0.98 average econ. Well, that's like 1.1. It's kind of boring. It might even be connected to that trade. ALLT had some 10 calls today, 302,000. A little bit sold here, but it's around 250,000 worth. $25% out the money. They had some offerings today, and I think they went down like 15-16%. Chime 50 call was from FinTwits. FinTwit or not, I mean, there's money in there. It's just, I mean, just a new IPO. Has an 8-day moving average now, so above that, and then where it is kind of this candle right here, around 32.98, but the 8 moving average 32.60, so it's got to see if we can get above there. It's not much volume though. How much volume does this thing have? 7.17 million volume. LW put sellers. these are pretty clean. 823,000. 42.5 puts being sold to open for 815 expiration. These are nice. So these are all at the bid. So they're starting to sell at 0.53, it's at 0.5. Palantir. Okay, yeah. So I think wait, give me 1 second. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, okay, that should be fine. Okay. The list is up. The list is ready. Palantir, I'll start answering questions now for flow. MSTR, yeah, there isn't like anything like that crazy on MSTR. What do we got for Palantir? Palantir, some 170 calls for 207,000, but it's only 78 volume, so it's like not that much, not that much volume. 150 calls, some put sellers, but these look like they close out. Just to be clear, a whale could be a Wall Street DJ YOLO. So yeah, a whale can be anyone. A whale could be a famous investor. It could be a hedge fund. It could be a guy in his closet. We have no idea who's behind these trades. So just because there's like 2 million in a contract doesn't mean that they're going to be right. You don't know who's behind that. So yeah, a whale can be anything. But yeah, MSTR, there's really like, it's a mess. I mean, you got some 430 calls, not even much premium on those. There were those like weird 195 puts, 402.5 calls. They bought at beginning of the day for $1 million. Looks like they added some. So these are like these are not too bad actually. Rivian, yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna actually add this. I guess MSTR. NU will still holding. I don't know which contract you're referring to. Rivian. Nothing today. If you open this up, let's see if there's any like open interest increases. Yeah, not much. Looks like they. Yeah, this is kind of messy. Yeah, really nothing on Rivian. What is this one? 13.5 put. Yeah, not much. Nothing on Rivian. 718. 12.5 NU. NU. 12.5 and 13. 97% multi-leg, so I'm not exactly sure. I gotta see what other side there is. Looks like this guy sold. He's out of this one. Yen 45 call. Looks like they got out for yen. So they bought these at what? 3.5. They lost. They got out. Bumble. Some 7 calls today for 178,000 total premium. There was an order of today of 67,000. Another order of like 29,000. So really not much, but that's about it. ARC. So ARC was kind of messy today. ARC got some 70 puts. That actually did well in the morning, like over $1 million, and all the way, like what, first order 2.62, hit a high of 3.15. Um, they didn't sell. It's around 2.84, but then you got some ARK put sellers. So this is a bullish position now. So $346,000 worth of the ARK 64 puts being sold to open. So it's kind of messy. It's kind of both. You have put buyers and put sellers, which I consider messy. And there's also 70 call sellers for 374,000. So I would say it's kind of like a mess. That's what I was saying. Like if you guys like take some trade, like these kind of trades, don't wait for what the whale to do. Like don't wait for them. If you're making money, if you're at like here 3.15 whatever, you're making money, you take your profits. AL flow, I know for a fact there wasn't any today. Last SPY trade, maybe it runs up to 4th of July. Oh yeah, that I mean that was a small order. It's just kind of funny seeing like someone paying 255,000, 5,000 in size for like for a 2% out the money trade July 3rd. Another 2% for the market to go up. Yeah, it was funny. SMCI. Let me change this filter so it's a little better. So today there was some 47 calls being sold to open at for 2.29 million premium. So they're not expecting SMCI to be at 47 or below by expiration. I think Black Box had it at the ask, so this one's kind of, because the bid and ask is 13.65 and 13.85, and the spot price was 13.7. So technically that is at the bid. And then SMCI 50 calls being sold to open for 725 expiration. So another bearish position, not expecting SMCI to be at 50 or higher by expiration. What else? There is a small 60 call for like 100K. So like this flow, it leans more bearish because of the call sellers. But it is kind of messy still. Yeah, this is messy. What's up with Microsoft? Microsoft is just on a heater. All-time highs, basically. But really, there's a 540 call that was sold to open for 707,000. So these guys are probably just looking to collect premium. And then that's about it. I think there's some small, these are like really messy. There's some bids, like mid-side trades. Ask, I guess it's not bad. 887,000, only 500 volume though. It's kind of messy on this one. Yeah, I can show you my filter on this one. For this filter, it's like 75K premium for 360 days expiration. That's the max. We have bids on, no mid, at the ask. Actually, I don't need no side either. Calls and puts, any stock, no ETF, no indice, ADRs on. So minimum 70,000 in premium. Again, 365. All of these we don't need to change. All types of orders, sweeps, cross, floor, normal. China, volatility, no dividend. Volume greater than OI, as you always want. No deep in the money, I don't really care about those. Out the money only, because those are the more exciting trades, and it's more of like a conviction for the stock to go either up or down. As far as like strikes, or further out strikes, and then single leg only, no multi-leg trades, no debit spreads, no credit spreads, just single leg trades, and then aggregated trades on. So like all the trades that are being filled, it makes it into one trade. Like they like just organizes it into one trade. And that's about it. And then you take this filter and you make like 4 other ones. So okay, I like I like 70,000 premium. Now for my next filter, I only want 100,000 premium, and days to expiration, I only want 90,000 or 90 days until expiration. And then, do you just want bid side? Do you just want ask side? So like once you have like one filter down, and you like look through the what's coming in and out. Then you're like, okay, now I know I have all this information. The flow is kind of getting messy. I'm seeing too many orders. Let's clean it up. So instead of minimum of 70,000 that comes in, let's do like 150 or 200,000. So let's just show all the big orders only, right? So then you can just play around with it. You can have just multi-leg trades. You can have just puts or just all asks or calls. So you just gotta really play with it. And then once you play around with those filters, then like it's just up to you to how to actually like read it, right? So the filters can only do so much. Yeah, when I see no side, I honestly just ignore it. Like I literally just be like, I'm not even gonna bother it, unless something actually changes. But I'll usually ignore it. Any other questions? SMCI, Bumble, we check. Oh, Roblox. Dude, Roblox just does not go down. Except a little bit today. Some small 150 calls, 95,000. Some small 104 puts for 120,000. These are STOs at the bid. And that's about it for today. That's about it for today on Roblox. Really not much. Yeah, ignore it. No sides, you just ignored. So like even this one, like I have a filter like just at the asks, calls and puts, but for 180 days out, just for ETFs. Roku. These 120 calls, but no, nothing today. These are from yesterday, actually. What's your opinion on SPY for tomorrow? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the market is a little bit exhausted. I mean, but we're still riding much higher on the 8, moving average 21. On a bad close. I think we have data tomorrow as well, NFP. So gonna see how it is. I think if we hold this like 604 level, I think we should be okay. But we'll see. We'll see. The volume in the market has been so dead, so dry. I wouldn't be surprised if we get like I don't know, maybe a small pullback, or we just keep grinding up. Who knows? We'll find out. See how data is tomorrow. Meta, I don't think. Today, some 750 calls for 834,000, 500 volume. What happened to Bumble? Yeah, that's about a Meta. Nothing too crazy. A 740 call being sold to open. Yeah, I checked those. Those are clean. Those NVIDIA 155 puts are clean. It's like 4.7 million in premium, but those don't really like excite me that much. I would rather see like a NVIDIA 140 put for the same amount of premium, right? It doesn't show like that much conviction, But if someone's betting that this stock will drop $15 in the next 16 or was that 25 days, 15 days, 16 days, that's better. But those are clean. Those are clean. Bumble, oops. So Bumble, if you want to go long, you have a 200 MA as your resistance. Obviously some nice volume today. You have your 200 at 6.65. You always want to, and look where, jeez. Look at this, right here. That's literally the 200. So if you can break above that 200, And you have like this little area to fill. So I wouldn't like rush to buy Bumbo after being up 25% on the day. I would have to see it reclaim the 200. If it does, probably maybe it gets to 7.3. Did earnings today or what? Yeah, it looks like it. Is he still buying? I was following him. I bought stock of ARM at 128 when I saw those first orders. So I just didn't want to pay the premium on the options, so I just bought the stock instead, and it was like up like $28 a share. Since that, like, I was like the 5th order or something. Where was it? Yeah, the 130 calls for 2027. So it looks like they're slowly like kind of getting out. Open interest is decreasing almost by the day. I mean, but these guys, I mean, look, when they first bought it, like the big order was 49.32. Now it's like 67. It's good gain. Good gain. Like 1900 a contract. HIMS versus NVO. Honestly, I would be lying to you if I knew like the fundamentals of both. Like I know they're both GLP-1 like stocks. NVO is more like, I don't know. They've been here a lot longer, but I cannot give you an answer. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't want to give you like just information that won't make any sense. As far as the chart goes, dude, this is annoying. Stop that. Oh yeah, it could be a roll too. Yeah, the chart on HIMS, I honestly, if I was looking for a dip buy, I would look at the 200. You see like here, the 200, it was kind of hovering. I would wait. Buying it here is just so, you're in like no man's land. And honestly, I don't know that news that hit. I don't know how bad it will be in the future. I don't know anything about GLP. I don't know any of that stuff as far as like, you know, how they make it, suppliers, whatever. So I'm not sure if this is like a short-term problem or long-term problem with them. But as far as like technicals, I would just wait to see if it can get to this 200 level. Spotify. Yeah, Spotify, if you want to go long, you kind of want to hope that it gets to like the AMA pullback, because look, it's just been riding the 8 this whole time. Now it's finally got some sellers. See if it can, you know, catch up to the 8 and look for a bounce there. Oscar. Where'd my flow go? I don't think I saw anything on Oscar today. 17 puts. Bought these for 84,000. Sold these for 104,000. They took profits. A small 20. Oh, whoa. I missed this one. Wait, when was it? What's today? Oh shit. Oh, wow. I guess I missed this one. Oscar 20 calls for March of next year. 660,000. But that's about it. Nothing too notable. And then Spotify flow. Yeah, these only 69 volume, doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, these are, yeah, not really anything with good volume, good size, so really nothing. This is Prof's fault for being gone? What, for me live streaming or the market being slow? Yeah, Prof left at the perfect time. He took the best time for vacation. It's crazy. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm exhausted. I thought I could do, missing Oscar. Yeah, happens. But yeah, no, honestly, it's just a one-man show. I mean, you have like AB and everyone, but like, yeah, it's there's a lot I got to do. A lot I got to do when he's on vacation. Yeah. AMD got those put sellers. Some nice put sellers for 1.4 mil. We talked about those. But yeah, I'm exhausted. I would love to go longer, but I'm burnt out. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. And if I'm available tomorrow, and if I'm home, I will do this again tomorrow night. I'm not sure if I'll be home or not, but I appreciate you guys hopping in, and we'll see you guys next time.